Hi, Victoria here. I'm in the very windy Bluebell Woods. It's such a beautiful place to be, but I am going to be talking to you all about the air element. So keep watching to find out how to channel the emotional air as well as the physical air. And thanks ever so much for subscribing, guys. Hi, Victoria here. I'm feeling very peaceful, surrounded by the bluebells in the woods, and I'm listening to the breeze in the trees, and I can actually smell the bluebells. They are such a subtle scent. I'm going to be talking to you today about the air mudra, the air element, if you like, and what do we think about when we think of air? So we think about the air that surrounds us, the oxygen, carbon dioxide, all of the elements in the gaseous layer all around the earth. And we need that to breathe, so it's essential for life. So one element of this is to be grateful. We're grateful for the fresh air. We're grateful for that beautiful, perfect balance of gaseous matter around us that keeps us alive. And it keeps all the organic matter and the wildlife and the vegetation alive. But when we think of air, there are other ways to describe it. So sometimes if someone walks into a room and you get a sense of them, you might say they have an air about them. And that could be good or bad, but even so we say they have an air about them. And actually, when we pick that up, we can detect it's almost like they have an aura, like a gaseous matter around them. Maybe that's what the air around them is. And when we feel like a room needs venting, like something has gone on in there that you think the atmosphere needs to change, then we want to air the room. Yes, that can be because of kitchen smells or a musty room that needs airing, but it can also mean when you feel that you need a change of air because of something that's happened in the room that you need to let out of the window so it can be recycled and come back good. And so the air mudra is and the air element is this one. So you bring your index finger, which is all to do with the air element, on both hands down, and you wrap your thumb down so that the index finger is actually touching the thenar muscle here. And then you wrap it round. You can do it on both hands. You might want to help your finger down if that helps, like this. And if you can't do it, you just go towards. I know I have some clients with arthritis, you just go towards and wrap it as far as you can. So you can either hold at the very top or just at the end of the finger, like that. Yeah. And then you might want to upturn your hands and place them gently on your knees and just take a few deep breaths. You might be somewhere outdoors, lovely in the bluebells, or you might be at home on a comfy cushion and tuning into your air element. So this is the element of the meridian that runs all the way through us and ends up at our index fingers. It's a really important element, they all are, but I feel that sometimes it's really nice to come out and get some fresh air, to be able to change the air in my head, to press the reset button. And what tuning into your air element does is it helps you tune in to your heart. It all relates to the Anahata, the place, the chakra in us that relates to our heart, which is love and passion and healing. But it's also our emotional contact with ourself. It's how we feel about ourself. And it's also, I can hear the red kites and the buzzards in the distance. And it's also the element of us that can relate to the emotions of others. So if you like sympathy and empathy. So when we think about empathy, we think about being in a position where we can understand what someone else is going through, perhaps because we've been through it ourselves, or perhaps because we know other close ones to us who have been in a similar situation or read about a similar situation that they're going through. And that all creates in us that beautiful warmth of empathy. And the more empathy there is in the world, there will be less violence and more love. And how wonderful to be able to channel that with your index finger in this manner. So breathe into that lovely air element within ourselves, and what that will do is it will help stabilize and balance the air within us. I'm not just talking about in your lungs, although it will do that. It'll help balance your lung energy and also down into your abdomen and anywhere else that you feel you have excess air. That could be, for instance, after operations, when sometimes trapped air is within us, and it sometimes even goes up to our shoulders. We can feel it in tight shoulders. So after situations like that, or to balance your abdominal pressure, bring your hands into this mudra and relax. And you might want to do that for 5 minutes every day. If you're the sort of person that does suffer in that department, or you are aware of that pressure in that area, then just tune in and balance your own air energy. How wonderful to be able to do something for yourself when you feel sometimes that there's nothing that can help me, I can't do anything, I've talked to people, no one can help me with X kind of problem, and yet there is something you can do for yourself. You know, take ownership of your own body and your own issues. Let them go. And by doing this, we will become more empathetic, more impassionate to others and to ourselves. You know, really tune into yourself. Okay, so let's take 3 nice long breaths together. Lovely bird sound too. And by the end of those 3 breaths, I could really feel that energy taking hold. My head was tingling. I can feel the energy in my fingertips like a vibration. I can feel a real warmth wrapping around my heart. Imagine doing that for 5 minutes every day. So good luck with that one. Thank you for joining. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll come to you next week with the next element. Okay, thank you guys.